Hello, I welcome you to Talent and Skills Hub. My name is Dr. Fred Obala, and I believe that you may agree with me that managing business effectively is difficult for both small and big businesses. However, one of the most essential skills needed to succeed is the ability to assess the competitive environment. And for both entrepreneurs and business managers, it is important that you must understand the competitive environment of your business. There are several ways to analyze the market and your business environment. SWOT analysis obviously is the most common used tool. However, using Porter's 5 forces analysis is also a great way. Therefore, in this tutorial video, we are going to discuss how to conduct competitive analysis using Porter's 5 forces analysis. The Porter's 5 forces tool is a very powerful but simple tool for judging exactly where power lies within your business environment. Therefore, understanding the tool can form a critical part of your strategic planning process, because if you gain a proper understanding of where the power lies, you can take advantage of your company's strengths. You can also improve your company's weaknesses, and overall, you will not take any wrong steps. The tool is generally used to identify whether new products or services will be profitable, and will help you to understand the balance of power and forces around your business. So the analysis looks at 5 vital forces which affect your competition. And the 5 different forces are suppliers' power, buyers' power, competitive rival, the threat of substitution, and threat of new entry. The supplier's power is the ability of vendors to increase prices of your input. So those suppliers that supply you the input that you are using to produce your product or your services, their ability to increase the prices of those inputs, that is supplier's power. The buyer's power refers to customers' power to drive down prices. If customers have bigger or higher bargain power, then they can definitely drive down the prices of your offering. Competitive rivalry is the strength of competition in the market. The threat of substitution is the degree to which different products and services can be used instead of your own offering. The threat of new entry is how easily competitors can enter the market and drag customers with you. The analysis entails thinking about how each of these forces affect your business, and you are expected to identify the strength of each of these forces in order to assess their strength as against the strength of your business position. And with this, the analysis will increase your chances to earn more profit in the market, because after assessing the forces, you have to find ways to influence the forces. Remember, the aim here is to move the balance of the power more in your favor. Therefore, let us now look at each of these 5 forces in more detail for us to understand some of the factors or some of the issues that you need to consider when it comes to each of these 5 forces. So the diagram here is representing your company and those forces surrounding your business as from your business environment. At the center here is your company's product or your service at which you are assessing against those forces, starting from the power of suppliers, the power of buyers, the threat of substitute, the threat of new entrants, and the rivalry among existing competitors. Now assessing them one after another, starting from the bargaining power of suppliers, you are assessing the ability of your suppliers to increase the prices of the input you are using to produce your products and your services, which will depend on number of suppliers supplying the key inputs, how unique their product or their service is, their strength and how much control they have over you, the cost of switching from one supplier to another. In that case, If the cost of switching from one supplier to another is easy, then you have power and you can exercise your power. If you have control over them, then you have power and you can exercise that power. But if they have control over you, then you will need their help. So the point here is the fewer number of supplier choices that you have will mean that you need your help. And this will also mean that they will be powerful over you. But if you have more choices and switching costs from one supplier to another is low, then definitely you can exercise power over your suppliers. The next one is the bargaining power of buyers. And what you are assessing here is the ability of your buyers to ask you to reduce your prices. So you are assessing the ability of your customers to bring down your prices, which will depend on a number of factors, including the number of buyers, the importance of each customer to your business. It is obvious that when customers know that you are desperate to sell, they will tend to exercise their power against you so that you can bring down your price. Also, the cost of the customer switching from your offering to the products and the services of another company. In this case, you are trying to make the cost or the switching cost to be higher. If you succeed in making the switching cost high, then you can have power over your buyers. But if the switching cost is low, they can easily leave you and switch to another provider. Also, you are looking at if you are handling only powerful purchasers. In that case, they will be able to dictate the term of the deal. But if the power is at your side, then you will be the one to dictate the condition of the deals. And the next one is competitive rivalry. The critical thing that you are assessing here is the number of competitors and the capability of business competitors within your market. If there are many competitors, and if they are also offering appealing products and services as you do, then your power will be little here. In that case, suppliers and buyers can easily switch to other competitors if they don't like the deal that you are offering them. But your power will be very, very high if your product or your service is unique. And if the competitors cannot offer what you are offering to your customers or your buyers. In that case, your power here will depend on the number of competitors available in the industry, the quality between your product and the competitor's product, any other differences between your company and those competitors, as well as the switching costs involved for suppliers and buyers to switch from you to other competitors. In that case, if the switching cost is low, they can easily switch. But if the switching cost is high, they will find it difficult to leave you. Also, you have to consider customer loyalty. If customer loyalty is on your side, then definitely you have power in this market. But if you don't have customer loyalty, then it is easy for those customers to go to another competitor and patronize them instead of you. The next one is the threat of substitute. And here you are assessing the ability of buyers to find alternative products or services to yours. If your product is unique and can be hard to be replaced, then you will exercise some power here. But if the switching or the substitute is easy, then it will weaken your position. In that case, the factors that you are considering is the performance of the substitute product or services. If the performance is better or can be considered, then you don't have power here, or your power is little. But if your own performance is far above the performance of any substitute, then you have some power in this case. Also, you are also going to consider the cost of changing to those substitutes. In that case, if the customers can easily switch to those substitutes when the performance of those substitutes is the same with yours and they can easily switch to them, then you don't have power here. But if the cost of switching to those substitutes is high, then you can exercise some power here. The next one is the threat of new entry, which you are assessing the abilities of new companies to enter the market and compete with you, which can affect your power. Then depending on certain factors, which includes time and cost of entering the market and compete. So the time and the cost of entering the market and the cost of competing will determine if it will attract new people or new companies to join or not. Also, if there are few economies of scales in place. Also, the amount of protection for key technologies used in this industry. So if there is high protection to those key technologies used for production or for competing in this industry, it means the entry barrier is high. But if there is no protection available, or if the protection available is not substantial enough, then it can attract new entrants to the market. In that case, new businesses can enter the market and weaken your position. However, if the market has strong and durable barrier to entry, you can then maintain favorable position. And now you have it, how to conduct competitive analysis using Porter's 5 forces analysis. If you consider the video to be helpful, you can like and comment. Also, you can comment and tell us what you think about the channel. If you have not subscribed, please feel free to do so in order to be receiving other videos that we'll be publishing on the channel. Thank you very much.